Hello, and good morning. So, continuing on here, let's go ahead here. So, starting off this time, we have Weirdos versus Wasted Lead. Starting off with Evangel from LR and Dean Knight, which is one of Royal's ACs. I did a run with a while ago, so let's take a look at this. I think I already actually did this as a test for him a while ago, and I'm pretty sure this is going to Evangel. Just because he's got a pretty severe firepower edge on a lot of things. He's just faster, he hits harder, you know, he's friggin' Evangel. That's what he does. This version of him is a little bit on the busted side, let's be honest. Alright, Dean's trying. He gets one plink off with his rifle and gets hit 8 times with the orbits and linear gun and everything. It's a little bit of a harsh time. I will say one thing though, this version of the Oracle isn't terribly fast. Things kind of okay, but or not very accurate, I should say. I mean, it's almost as fast as its original version. It can't be as fast because, you know, friggin' OPI, but it tries. It tries to be quickish. Dean's doing alright, but I'm pretty sure that I see this one potentially making it to, like I said, the top 10 or so. Just largely because of how many things it can potentially be useful against, and especially if it ever decides to use its blade, and this is kind of exactly why the other version does not have the Moonlight. They never end up using the darn thing. Well, because they have no energy to do so. You know, as it goes. So at this point he goes all crazy-like, gets rid of those back weapons, and then just pretty much eliminates whatever's there. There we go, that is Dean Knight gone. Alright, where are my wheel spinning dealies? There we go. Next up, we have number 5. Alright, what team was this again? Weirdos. Alright, so number 5 is still the Oracle, so who's Evangel fighting next? Number 3. Dang it, I gotta move my wires over here. Little one was playing around here yesterday and apparently messed with a lot of things. What the hell was that second team again? Wasted Lead, right. They're right over here. So, Kangaki. I mean, it's possible that this version of Evangel doesn't tend to use its energy weapons very much. And Kangaki here is pretty good against heat and shell, so it should be all good. I'd hope anyway. I really want Kangaki to actually make it a few rounds. Honestly, in general, I'm kind of rooting for Wasted Lead here. Everything about the Weirdo team is just like, this is the pile of just weird ACs. And weird pilots that I don't want to win. Oh, there we go, he actually might get him. Wooden hamster ball AC, use pulse cannon, it's super effective. Yeah, I don't know, I just kind of felt like Pokemon music this time. Because why not? As it goes... I don't know why it's not letting me see his lockbox, but oh well. Oops, wrong button. Alright, so he's purged his back weapons, he's going into his offensive mode. But yeah, no, he's still not cracking Kangaki at all. Like, just look at this. All of this, all the effort he's put in there so far, almost halfway out of ammo, and I think he's taken like 2,000 AP off him. He's practically getting machine gun damage off his weapons. there we go. He's catching up slightly. Finally breaking out the blade a little bit, but his EOs should be out at this point. The blade's really his only chance of winning right now. And as soon as he gets close, he's gonna get pelted by the Selenas. What are you gonna do? Alright, so he's out of that. Blading's his only option now. Probably take 3, maybe 4 flashes, 2 if they're very solid, but it's unlikely given how fast he's moving around like a spaz. He might get a head slash, get some good damage out of that, but more likely than not, I think Kengaki's got this one. Also, what the hell just deleted his missile there? That was weird. Yeah, there we go. Wooden AC is pretty much taken out one of the supposed top ones now, so that's already 2 of the ones that I really expected to be showing up at the very last fight. Or no, they both survived. They both survived. He couldn't finish him. Alright, no one's eliminated that round. We got number 4. Number 4 on the Weirdo team. In case you missed any previous ones, typically speaking, well, actually just throughout this tournament, since it is single round elimination, basically, if anyone manages, if any fight ends with only a technical win, it only counts as a win if they actually eliminate the other guy. So, the only time I'm going to count it to anything other than that is if, say, something like Call Limit had shown up where they literally do not have enough shots to win a fight, and then they showed up and somehow won a technical win, I would count it in that case. But to my knowledge, there's only one left in the roster that can even pull that off. Oh, Kengaki's fighting again. Okay. But yeah, to my knowledge, there's only one that can actually pull that off at this point. And that would be Cardboard, but it's a different version of Cardboard. I remade him in a version that shouldn't have that problem. So essentially, it's a version of Cardboard that actually has a chance. It's not terribly true to the original. It's very close, but a lot of stuff has changed on it. So just FYI. Because I don't even know where to find their original versions at this point, including ones like Shadow Cow that I was asked to remake because I looked everywhere and I have absolutely no idea where the hell that one is. I even tried looking through mine and I can't find it for some reason, so I have no idea. We'll see. We'll see if he sees my message before this all goes up. So this is a remade version of Cypress. Trying to keep his general douchiness and in general everything, really. So he uses orbits instead of chain guns to have a similar effect while still being mobile. He's not terribly good, though. He doesn't have OPI because he's a dirty cheater in the original, so this is as close as it's going to get. Yeah, no, I think it'll all depend on the timing here, because Kengaki can't hit him. I'm just gonna call him Hamster. Hamster can't hit him, Cypress can't win it, really. So, I don't know. This guy's whole deal is, in case you haven't gone through Master of Arena, this guy's whole deal is just, he pretty much sits there and takes hits and outlasts the other guy, and then just finishes them with kind of relatively crappy weaponry. And his whole backstory is literally he made a mech out of, like, spare parts in his garage, and the thing was just manually powered somehow. How? Who the hell knows? That's literally the point. Nobody friggin' knows. It's just, he is operating the thing with a hamster ball or something. And unfortunately, didn't get to see that satisfying nuke end for Cypress, as I'm pretty sure anyone that's done challenge runs of AC3 will have can attest to. He's not much of an issue on a regular run, but your very first run or a challenge run, yeah, he's a pretty massive prick. Now, moving on. That is Cypress gone. Now we have 4 and 4 on the teams. Next up we have number 1 on the Weirdo team. And that would be Primitive Light from AC5. Actually, I think from... not from 5, from 4, and I think they were in 4 answer? I'm not sure. It has been a minute. I think it was just 4, actually, now that I think about it. Because a lot of the religious overtones and stuff like that got changed. And we got number 1 for Wasted Lead. Who's that? That is Dean Knight. He's no longer around. Let's try that again. Number 5. Okay. Still got Warhead. Got a heavy dual wielder and a light dual wielder. Let's see how this goes. I'm gonna say Primitive Light for sure. Because Warhead, I just really... I see him messing up at some point. He's actually been pretty solid for every fight that he's gotten into, but I really just don't see him winning this. His damage is more consistent, but he doesn't exactly have any raw firepower potential, aside from his back weapons, and he's just plain not even using those. So, there we go, that's Warhead gone. Which one was he? We'll check in just a moment. Alright, next one. Alright, next we have 3. I've got Castor from AC3. And for Wasted Lead, we've also got number 3, so Kangaki again, and it was number 5 that was eliminated from these guys. Go, updated my notes, and we're good to go. Yeah, this seems like Kangaki's fun time zone here. It's just him versus everyone, I guess. Definitely going towards Hamster, though. It has to. He's just better in every way in this particular instance. And this is even an upgraded version of Caster with the machine gun core. I love how he's sitting there like, man, all of this potential damage is adorable. Although he is losing right now. Oh, there we go. There we go. He decided to fire again. It's like every time he decides to attack, the fight just changes. He's just the laziest. Oh, never mind. He's getting ripped a new one. Never mind. He's gone. He is just gone just like that. What a shame. Oh, he got a few wins. I'm alright with that. He beat Evangel. That's a win on its own. Alright, so it's Castor again. Keep thinking I should have probably thought of a rule beforehand of just if somebody just fought, they shouldn't fight a second time in a row. Keeps rolling ones that are already eliminated. Alright, that's number 4. Okay, yeah. Say hello to a real tank. Oh man. So yeah, if Hamster was the unmovable defense, Iron here is just the absurd offense. So he's another one of the ones that I'm expecting to be just right up there with the winners. Just because he's got everything. He's got every type of firepower he could ever need. As well as pretty absurd defense. Yep. And yeah, there we go. That caster's pulse guns are gone now. Completely roasted. Alright, that's him gone. Alright, now are we giving that poor guy a break? Yeah, okay, we got number 1 for the weirdos. This theme is the most nostalgic friggin' thing ever. Alright, so we got Primitive Light again. Let me double check these numbers real quick. We have 5, 2, and 1 left. That ain't right. 5 is gone. Alright, and then for Wasted Lead, we got number 2. Yeah, 2 and 4, yeah, that's accurate. Alright, so the Intrepid, weirdly fair. I'm gonna say Intrepid. It doesn't really rely on a whole lot of positioning, and in general, I think the hand rockets and grenade can outdo the bazooka. Let's see. Well, you certainly can't rely on heat. Oh, don't. Oh, man. His AI is completely breaking because he's trying to use the rockets to snipe this thing out of the air. Ooh. Yeesh. He's trying, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. If he takes even one more, there's absolutely no chance. Yeah, no, he's about to. No, 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 he hid behind the cliff. Good job, AI, good job. Alright, and there's another dodge. They're gonna take their time to load up one more. There's the last one, and... ooh, nuked. Alright, Intrepid's gone. For weirdos, we've got number 2. We've got Ronin against Iron, who's more than likely just going to crush him. This music's a little bit fitting, as Iron makes some ghosts. Poor Ronin here. He had no chance. Like, I joined, I was hoping I would get some kind of hope here. Maybe actually win something, and it's like, no. You are fighting a nightmare. I think they've lost, like, one fight. And that was to one of the, quote-unquote, boss ACs. So I think it might end up being something along the lines of the top 5 that end up winning once all is said and done. Just because it's probably one of the boss ones that's going to end up winning. But again, their AI might derp out and they might just lose to some random thing halfway through and nothing happens. Oh, you poor bastard. You poor bastard. Alright, and then that leaves 1. Okay. There's him, and where are the weirdos? likes primitive light. And is probably about to be primitively savaged. Although you never know. Maybe they'll pull off something tricky. Yeah, no. She does not have a chance here. He doesn't have a prayer. I should do a tournament of all the weird, like, religious-based ACs. Including the weird, burning one that's in Formula Front. Alright. That's the weirdos eliminated. And let's see what teams are fighting next. We've got 16. Let's see who that is. Are we freezing? I don't know why. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we got Starting Party. Versus number 8. Doesn't look like they've gone yet. Actually, that's one of the first hard teams here. The Turkey. Now, they're still suffering. You know what? Actually, we'll go ahead and correct this real quick. Let's turn off frame skip. Here we go. By the way, this is the new team that was added to replace the clones. So this is one of Vector's serving as a boss AC later. The Tartaros, essentially a Tactics O reference. The remake of the Cardboard, with a chance to actually win. A vaguely recalled remake of the Sea Shutter, and a better version of Glint. So, let's see how that goes. I might as well show off how this works exactly. So you'll see, we have that visual glitch situation going on. So if you go here, just do anything that causes the thing to reload the model. Like, let's go to base color, change it by 1. Update the color. As long as frame skip is off and you come out, it's all fixed now. So it's all good. Cascade range, we'll go ahead and change the paint. There we go, all fixed. We'll go ahead and save them real quick. Alright. You know what, let me change their slots here, because wouldn't make sense to do this otherwise. The way I'm taking my notes, I mean, I'm just having them in a weird spot. And now the first one to go for Turkey will be number 5, so Cascade Range. Remade as close as they could be. And for Starting Party, most of the starter ACs here. We'll start with number 5, who is the AC1 starter. This a go. This is the least fitting music ever, by the way. Alright, Cascade Range, you have no excuse. If you lose, this is just embarrassing for you. So the AC1 starter, it's just honestly just different stats on the same old starter type situation. His best chance of winning here is just ridiculously good dodging, which he's not doing. This is pretty much a foregone conclusion because his main form of offense is counterable. With the starters in general, it's typically either missiles or heat damage from the rifle that are the only real consistent things when mismatched. And honestly, this guy doesn't seem to be affected by either. So, who knows? I mean, it seems like he's pretty effectively closing the gap with just plain Plink, though. Since Cascade doesn't seem to be able to actually land a hit. So the starter ACs, I went and tried to give them a reasonably competent set of AI rolls. You know, give them a chance. It's not like there's many that were intentionally made dumb. Like, honestly, this guy's supposed to be pretty competent too, but the more varied the weapon set, the more you're going to have some weird gaps as far as their thought process goes. But there we go. So, that one's gone. Roll some numbers. Alright, so turkey number 2. Alright, so the green banana roach versus number 4, so I think that's AC2. No, that's the gunner killer. That's another one of Royal's setups here. Dang, Royal, it's like every team's got one of your guys. Why did I give you a team again? Well, at least you have pretty good odds of making it to the end with one of these. So this one's an HP pistol scumbag, pretty much. The green banana roach is pretty fast. Hopefully... okay, no, those pistols are roasting them pretty well. Okay, alright. He's kind of burned right now, but he's keeping up. He's keeping up surprisingly well, actually. And this guy, actually, if he... No, those pistols should be about maybe 40% of their ammo right now. So it's unlikely that he'll actually run out. Well, dang. The banana roach did alright. But it's simply not gonna happen. Okay, that's eliminated. Next fight is gonna be... looks like number 1 for the turkey team, and... number 3 for the starty party. Okay, so we got Dragon Slayer, Ornstein. Where are you? This needs a better system. Really badly. Okay, so then we have the AC2 starter. Which is mostly this way due to aesthetics. In order to avoid going too far off the rails damage-wise, he was just given a burst rifle instead, so his accuracy is pretty terrible. He's probably the worst of the starter ACs, although, interestingly, has had the best luck by far actually staying alive. It's weird how that goes. Actually, I believe he ended up almost beating Blue Magnolia at some point. I think that was him. It was kind of bizarre how all that went. But because of his aesthetic choices in his parts, he actually is pretty decently off defensively and mobility-wise. It's just his rifle that's dramatically worse. Yeah, this can go either way. The Dragon Slayer is much more resilient in this. Oh, hey, he almost impaled the other guy. But he's much more resilient in this case. Yeah, no. All right, that's him gone. So we've got number 5 for Turkey. Got the Cascade range. And then for Starty Party... We got... well, it would have been number 3, but instead it's number 4. This is probably the end of Cascade Range. I mean, he got a win. It wasn't an impressive one, but he got one. I have to go let Royal know that his random double pistol guy here is doing alright. Of course, watch him get curb stomped here. Yeah, this thing is very good on its tracking, as well as being able to keep up its mobility pretty well. Cascade's really good on the emergency cooling, but right there, it was 2 overheats that happened way too quickly in order to be able to actually back off of it. Because he's usually okay about starting an overheat and then cooling off at that point. He's still in it, though. He's still in it. Honestly, a single cut might be enough to turn this fight around. So I kind of doubt that the pistolier here is gonna fall that easily. It won't overheat that easily, that's for sure, because it's moving really fast all the time, so it's definitely got good cooling. I think he's mostly going to have to rely on this guy running out of shots. Which again, some idiot in the bouncing department said to give these things 110 shots each, so that's unlikely. But let's make the best friggin' handgun period, and then give it like 4 times as much ammo as one of them, and then like twice as much as everything else. This is a good idea, right? Do I get a cookie? He never actually got his cookie. He was fired on the spot, but LR had already shipped. Actually, most of later 3rd gen had already shipped. And or maybe everyone was taken by a fit of insanity that day and just kind of accepted it as a good idea. Yeah. Well, goodbye to him. Cascade range gone. Bringing it down to 3 on 3. Alright, we got 3 for Turkey. We got 2 for starting. So Executioner versus whoever the second one is. Right. Well, he exists. Sorry, Smell. You're in a bad spot here. I'm pretty sure Overlord's gonna be the last one standing, just in general. Then again, he might get overwhelmed with rockets here and just keel over, who knows. I really want to see that happen, because I really don't want to see any of these boss-type ACs actually make it to the end. I mean, to the point I almost considered actually just removing them, period. Firepower-wise, if he were to get in close, he's got a chance. Because he's gonna be burning this entire time, there's no question on that. His main hope was getting in with the lefty pistol and the 6-shot rockets and then just point blanking him a bunch. Which would have been enough to probably overwhelm him, but no. He's gone. Alright, so Turkey is number 4. We got Veronork. If it's on an open map, Veronork might be able to actually beat that guy. Okay, we got number 1. That goes Starty. So we got Kurt Hectic. This is not actually his AC. And I'm pretty sure Veronork's gonna win this one. But this is another one of those ones that has a visual glitch to it. We got the Veronork from AC 4 and FA. And we got Kurt Hectic from MDK Armageddon. And the other MDK games, they really only made 2 of them. which is just a downright travesty. They really should have made more of those. They were so dang good. Okay, so he fired off his pods. That didn't do him much good. Really? You're just gonna sit there and take it? Dude, you're such a cool AC. Why are you just sitting there and taking it? Alright, well, I guess the janitor's gonna beat him. Like you saw right there, he had every reason to actually win that one. But away he goes. Okay, Stardy is gonna be number 2. Riccio has only one guy left. Take your bets. There's really only one bet to make in this case. Okay, there's a very slim chance, like, the Overlord ends up getting stuck on something, Ornstein just somehow dodges everything, gets in close and parries him. That's what it would take to actually even up the damage in this case. Oh, wait, right, he's got ECM pods. That could do something, but it's unlikely. Yeah, he didn't even get close to a chance. Alright, Turkey's eliminated. Let's do one more. Yeah, let's do one more. Alright, so we got number 28. We have them yet? I don't think so. Alright, so we got team... You guys have been in this already. Hang on. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Alright, we're just gonna go to 7, I think. Wait, haven't they already had it? No, they've been in this too. Alright, whatever, we're just gonna re-roll that. Bear in mind, there are some cases where numbers have just been mixed up. Actually, yeah, we have had 28 before. Just last part, actually. Number 9 also already happened. We're gonna try to get through all the ones that haven't happened yet. 27 doesn't look like it's happened. Really? Whatever, you know, screw it. Elective 2. I'm convinced at some point they're just moving around. Because to be fair, they probably should have done, because they mixed up a bunch of stuff that I probably shouldn't have messed with. Anyway, so we got the Untouchable, first of all. And they're going against... number 1 of Team 5. Oh. Okay. So congratulations, your two teams are apparently fighting each other. I suppose it's only fitting, huh? There can only be one. Such tasty coffee. Every sign points to the Godslayer taking this one. Although surprisingly, Untouchable is just glancing this stuff off like it's nothing. It's just, he doesn't appear to be capable of sentient thought, so... This is a shame, because he's doing awesome, like look at this. Come on, do the turnaround. Yeah, Godslayer is just one of those ones that does this sort of thing a lot. Another one of those ones that's kind of expected to make it to the end. Until he gets unceremoniously wiped out by friggin' Irony's clone or something. Okay, so Untouchable is gone. He got touched. It was unfortunate. That is the wrong wheel that I'm spinning. So we got number... Looks like number 5 for Collective 2. Come to think of it, how you have like 3 teams in here. Whatever. So number 5 for the Waffle Face. And number 2 for Catastrophic. Oh, the Rabbit's Foot. Rabbit's Foot, for sure. Has to be. Just Catastrophic is, by and large, going to be the better of the 2 teams, I'd figure. Since Collective 2 was largely a joke team, where Catastrophic was some of the more useful stuff. I'm gonna think that I think there was a video that Royal had done a while ago. That was Waffle Face versus this guy in AC2. Could be wrong on that, but maybe I recall that happening. Okay, so they're just gonna peek and shoot here. I kind of wonder if that's how this map was intended to be designed. The AI would just kind of hop around like this, and then they would just end up sort of taking peek shots at each other. Yeah, Waffle Face is in many ways the same general idea, but just worse. He's potentially got better close range, but again, that's situational. Oof. And he had a pretty solid opportunity for a blade, but got fried before he could get there. That sucks. Friggin' waffles burned. You got that crappy 5 launcher. Yeah, he'd really have to pull some crap to pull this off now. Come on. Cut him. Got him. Weirdly chilled out music all of a sudden. It was weird because I thought this was supposed to be a collection of all the different battle themes throughout the series, but no. Oh, you got a very, very lucky backhand to the back of the head there. Kind of funny that his counted and Rabbit's Foot did not, but lost that second exchange. Okay. That's Waffle Face gone. We got number 3 for Collective. Oh, the Shadow Cow is already in here. Okay, I don't need to find him again. And for Catastrophic, number 4. Oh, there you go. He gets handed the easiest win in the universe. His odds of making it out of this fight are beyond slim, but hey, if he winds up being the thing to end up beating the Godslayer, who knows? I'm sure that thing's harmless and hasn't earned its name whatsoever. It's fine, they got out of kindergarten, that was their name. You know, they just were really aggressive, I guess, Catholics or something, and just munched on communion wafers all day. I have no idea. Alright. So this is one that I normally don't tend to take seriously because, well, they're a parry blade user, but they're actually a pretty competent AI. They're doing pretty well here. Because of their light frame and tendency to need to get into close range, they tend to lose a lot, but they can potentially be very good. Alright. Who do we have next? Looks like number 1 for Collective 2. Alright, so that would be Horse. Probably the best one of the team. And then for Catastrophic we have 3. So Equilibrium, yeah, no, Horse has this all day, I think. Actually, no, because Equilibrium... Okay, so the spread lasers, for whatever reason, the heat setting on them, they've got a, essentially, they've got a small burst and a large burst, but for some reason the heat on these things is ridiculous. Like, right there, Horse just lost because he, because the, shotgun lasers base. Oh no! He actually pulled it back. Holy crap! Alright, that was very close. Very short and intense there. Alright, Horse lives. But yeah, no, in general, those arms, as you saw there, actually outperformed the flamethrowers at close range. Alright, so we've got number 1. I believe that's Horse again. Hang on a sec. Let me double check something. 1, 2, 3, and then... Yeah, okay. Just wanted to make sure I was eliminating the right ones here. So it's Horse again. And for Catastrophic. That's one that I didn't end up eliminating properly. We got number 2. Hang on, so Equilibrium should be gone. They are. Guardian is gone. You're fine. You're fine. Hang on. 1, 2, 5. Okay, good. All good. Just wasn't thinking properly. Okay, I'm gonna say this goes to Horse. It's a pretty big map. Maybe it won't go to Horse. But yeah, Horse is all about setting stuff on fire. Which is... I don't know. Cal was saying, apparently... He just really wanted to make a fire-breathing Horse. So, you know, more power to him. Alright. There we go, he finally hit it. Now he's got him. Now, yep, that's it. That has to be the end right there. And that is another version of Leos gone. Alright, so number 3 for Collective. 5 for Catastrophic. So how about that? The Godslayer is actually going to be the last one. More than likely. While this could go both ways, I'm gonna lean towards Shadow Cow on this one just because of range. Yeah, I was gonna say it probably depends on the map, but just because of the range difference here, pretty solid on that estimate. As long as he stays at range, though. Which he doesn't seem to want to do. Of course not. It's the AI. They never do. I don't know what I was saying. Well, he's winning it. Despite the fact that his chip is putting him specifically for evasion, he can't actually... No, wait. I'm mixing them up. That's Shadow Cow's chip that's putting him towards evasion. How about it? How about it? Shadow Cow did it. So that leaves 3 cows against the Godslayer here. So looks like number 1 is coming up first. Get close, burn an 8, it's your only possible hope of survival here. I don't even know why I'm rolling that, because there's only one left. And it's this guy. So, he was one of the ones that actually made it through the gauntlet, I think completely unscathed. Because he's ridiculously good against most things. Actually, no, wait, I think I tested him out against, the Matrix. Was it this guy? It was one of Cow's ACs here that caused me to dig up the Matrix Overdrive. Okay, if he can get a beat on him, it's over, I think. Yeah, no, he wasn't able to get that second burn off. If he could have crippled this guy's mobility. But unfortunately, the cow got glued. Or the horse got glued. Moving on. Who's next on the pyre? Number 2? Oh wait, that's number 3. Alright, a Shadow Cow. Got range versus close range. Gee, I wonder how this is gonna go. He's gonna fail to stay at long range and get completely curb stomped. That's how this is gonna go. Probably gonna end up getting completely overwhelmed very early on. Maybe only get a few shots off. Best case scenario, Godslayer leaves here with 5,000 HP. I'm gonna go ahead and estimate it that way. This thing's based all around sniping, and there's no way in hell he's outspeeding this angry skeleton of a friggin' robot over here. Yeah, look at this. The heat, the friggin' movement is way too much for him to actually keep up. I mean, Godslayer's getting a couple passes on him while he gets one volley off. If it was a player, they would more than likely stay against the wall, you know, try to limit his range of movement potential, but no such luck. And then there were 2. Gee, why does this not look promising? Alright. Well, Godslayer's moving on. The only survivor of the Cow Wars. It'll be somehow weirdly fitting if he ends up rolling up against Chris Moose. Yeah, goodbye. This thing's whole gimmick was infinite hovering. It was never meant to actually win a fight. This ridiculously fast a-hole over here. There was just no chance for anyone. Well, Horse had a chance. Horse had a pretty reasonable chance. Shadow Cow had a sort of okay chance on a different map, but no. Not in this kind of setting. Alright. That's Collector 2 eliminated. Man, that is a lot of them already done. Alright, so I need to redo the piles here, figure out exactly how we're doing this, and yeah, see you next time.